Welcome back. Week 1 of the NFL season. We are Fantasy Football Focus, brought to you by Heart of Ohio Sports. I'm John.
I'm Shawn.
Brandyn.
And we're going to fill you in on guys we like, guys we don't like, and everything else in between. So before we get started, stick around to the end because we have our lineup locks of the week. We're actually going to be doing a better job at keeping track this year and actually try and see by season's end who was the best at picking kind of the guys that you wouldn't necessarily start. But we're going to get right into the Thursday night recap. So it was great to see the NFL back. It's been way too long, always is.
Miss
but
football.
Defending Super Bowl champs started off 1-0. Hurts had a pretty solid game, like nothing spectacular, but just steady, normal 2 touchdowns on the ground, another one through the air. Barkley had a touchdown as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And Javonte Williams' rebirth.
Yeah, I think he's who they go with after that first game. Even they did not use any of the new guys. They basically fed him the ball.
Sanders got touches, but just didn't do anything with it.
Also,
a fumble,
big
didn't he?
fumble.
Yeah, big fumble.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so to me, Javonte Williams looked like explosive. He looked,
Yep.
his yards per carry wasn't great, but
he's the goal line guy, it looks like.
yeah. Well, not only that, I just think he's the guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was always a do-it-all kind of guy, just never got used correctly in Denver.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
I
even
agree.
without Carter getting suspended or kicked out, Philly's defense is going to stop the run.
yeah, the front seven is
Yeah.
great.
And then the receivers in that game. There was 2 potentially elite receivers. That's what you want to. If AJ Brown's kind of like in that like category, like is he in, is he out? But he had 1 target. CeeDee Lamb had 3 drops.
Yeah.
And these guys are both getting paid big bucks. Like obviously the targets Brown can't control, but like kind of makes you wonder what's going on in Philly.
And
Yeah.
what's going to happen going forward? I mean,
We've seen blowups before from
Yes.
I mean, we
Yes.
were discussing this beforehand, but this is like next week, AJ Brown bust out with like a 20-25 point
Yep.
week.
Yep.
Like this just is kind of how he does it. But CeeDee Lamb with 3 drops is so uncharacteristic.
Also, one of my takeaways is if you're on the line with somebody playing the Cowboys, you got a running back, I'm fading them. I think that Kenny Clark trade, I don't think they did that bad with the Micah Parsons trade. Now, you saw it hurt with what Hurts did on the ground. However,
not everybody has a Hurts.
No,
yeah, no.
I was
And
saying,
that's what's going to help them.
And I just think Dallas's run defense, Jerry's crazy, but I think he made a point like we're not going to get run on in the playoffs when it's cold.
Yeah.
The only thing that
So-
worries me is he also has Jaden Daniels in that division. Jalen Hurts.
100%.
I mean, those are 2 quarterbacks.
Nobody in New York.
Yeah,
But
I mean, if Jackson Dart
Dart
comes
can
in,
scramble.
Yeah.
Russ
Yeah.
can
So-
still somewhat scramble.
So if I'm the Cowboys, I'm taking one of those ones I just got,
Mhm.
and I'm
Get a new edge
trading
guy.
for a speedy linebacker that can spy on.
They
these
have that.
guys.
So Overshown didn't play, but the dude is a sideline to
Texas?
sideline linebacker. Yeah.
Yep.
And he's just recovering from an injury he had last year. So once he gets back, like that's your guy that's gonna just really be able to kind of just
mirror
roll
that
wherever he
quarterback.
needs to go to.
Yep. Which I had Hurts at 6 because I was like, once again, week 1 you can throw it out the bag. You kind of want to get off to a good start, but I had Hurts lower because how much are they going to do that with him? But man, he looked really good week 1.
Yeah.
Prepared, but he's done this for how long? Like,
Yep.
I mean, this is just the expectation that's in Philly now. Is
He wears no emotion either.
no,
no
and
matter the situation.
That's what I love about him is the dude is calm, cool, and collected at all times.
Yep. I do expect moving forward he takes a step back on some of those hero plays though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was never really big on those, like just up to this point, but like he just knows how to navigate that offense, and you saw it last year. You kind of saw it week 1. Like it's never going to be anything super flashy unless the stuff's there, but he is just going to just keep just working down the field because it's what they got. Add that in with Barkley as well. Like Barkley didn't explode at all. I think he had like 70 yards and a touchdown.
No, he actually had 60.
Okay.
Hurts outrushed him, and that's where I'm at. Barkley had to work for those yards.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
And not everybody is Barkley.
Yeah.
No.
If you're on the line with somebody that's going against Dallas, I think they're going to stop the run.
I mean, we're talking about a 2K all-purpose yards.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
you held him within 60.
Barkley had to work and made some tremendous plays and ended up with 60 yards. So that's where I'm at. If you're kind of on the line with a running back playing Dallas, I'm not starting him.
I mean, but you could also argue the focus was on Barkley because of how dynamic he was last
Yeah.
year, to where that's why Hurts was able to flourish more than, I want to say more than normal, but that's why he was able to get his the way he was.
The only pushback I have is a lot of Hurts was on third down passing downs.
Okay.
And then he scrambled, then he
Yeah.
did his Hurt stuff.
He had a lot of
multiple
third down
and 5
conversions.
pluses where, you if you're the Eagles, you want to get to 1. Tush push, do your thing.
Yep.
But a lot of them was 3rd and 5 plus where he just broke Dallas. Just broke them. So
Yeah, that's an energy killer when
Yeah.
you hold them to a 3rd
Yep.
and 6, 3rd and 7, and
And
then
the quarterback just runs and gets,
Yeah.
7 or 8.
you
Like,
cover great
and that-
downfield, and then
that being said, though, man, Dallas, I mean, they held him 24 points. I mean,
They-
I know that the stoppage probably kind of killed the mojo of both teams,
Yeah.
but Dallas's defense looks good.
Dallas
yeah,
played
I don't
well.
think it's any panic moment
No.
for a Dallas defense.
no, if Hurts can't run, I mean,
It's a different ballgame.
yeah.
Like, I feel like Dallas is one of those teams we could be talking about in November. Like, not necessarily as like the super flashy team. I just feel like they are going to be like one of those teams that could be like, okay, these guys are just consistently just grinding out every week.
Yep.
Yep.
Not necessarily close games, but they're just doing what they need to do to be productive.
It may not
Yep.
look pretty, but
So like, it might not be the best fantasy wise, just because you don't know who's going to be the guy that day. But I feel like it could be somebody different every week for him, to where if you hit on that guy, like whether it's the number 2 receiver there or just potentially Ferguson if he breaks out for that week, like it feels like there could be a guy every week, and it seemed like this week was Javonte. Just it wasn't quite enough because Philly is just that good.
And on that note, I'm not worried about Dak.
No,
I thought Dak looked good. I see a scenario where Dak has 3 touchdowns in that game.
It's
I mean,
possible,
CD
yeah.
Lamb's last drop that may have cost them the game. I mean, he put that on the money. I told you guys I like Dak this year.
Mhm.
I'm not worried about Dak.
no, he actually
looked
looked
really good
crisp.
actually against a
Yeah.
very, very good defense. And Williams got the 2 touchdowns. If you're 2 or 3 yards more out,
You're probably throwing the
those
ball.
could be Dak's.
yeah,
and
whoever, but
Yep.
like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like Dak didn't put up the numbers you would hope for, but he kind of commanded the offense pretty well.
I agree. And his just passing was pinpoint. So
Yes.
Got our first lineup question here.
Awesome.
And this is kind of more of a season long. I think guys are going to be looking for like, the first question is, who do you guys see as the most consistent kicker to have in your lineup? So these first week questions are going to be more like, okay, what do you guys see as like a projection for the season?
Okay.
Hmm.
As far as consistent, like it's not a homer call at all, but Boswell is like the king of consistency.
He doesn't miss.
And yeah, he might miss 2 or 3 field goals a season while knocking through like 35 plus.
So I don't know if you guys saw the teams can bring the kicking balls to the game now.
Yeah, and they
Yes.
can work him in all
So-
year.
Yeah. So it's Brandon Aubrey.
Aubrey is obviously kicker 1, but he's gonna. It just kind of falls back if Dallas has a bad week. He's not scoring.
Yeah. No, I agree. Do you see them with Adam Pickens though, having those weeks where you can't really rely on Aubrey? I just don't see a lot of missed kicks.
Yeah,
and then,
you could see that. I know he dealt with the injury last year. I think he missed a couple weeks. I think
no,
maybe not.
no.
So
Maybe 2 years ago, but last year, no, he was solid.
You got a
Okay.
familiar voice in the comments here.
Greggy.
No, somebody who doesn't have a Facebook account of their own, but consistently uses their significant other's Facebook
Steyer.
account. There you go.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, he says Boswell's the only answer though. Obviously, so.
My man. But like, I feel like there's a handful that you can get. Like, it's like pretty much any of like the top 5 or 6 kickers. Outside of that, you can rotate just based on matchups, get through the bye weeks and stuff like that. But find a guy you're comfortable with. Like, I feel like we could tell you different guys, but at the end of the day, it's like up to you to find the guy that you're comfortable with running with for the whole season, and odds are you're going to be switching out at some point just to cover the bye because not a whole lot of teams can afford to keep 2 kickers.
Yeah.
But it's
there's 1 or 2.
but you're gonna have those good kickers that get cut because of the bye week. Scoop them up. Like don't hesitate to use a waiver wire on a good kicker because that could be 10 points every week that you're not going to find on the waiver wire otherwise.
Right. And I mean, Aubrey was
Money.
arguably the best Dallas player to start.
Yeah, last year. Oh, for sure.
But no. I'm talking about even
2 years ago.
No, Thursday.
Oh yeah.
He scored 11 points against the Philly D.
Yeah.
I mean, hit one from, was it 59 or 50?
I think it was high 50s. Yeah.
It was just he's just money.
The only thing I worry about the Boswell is does that offense get down the field? We don't know yet.
In the field goal position, probably. They did a lot last year with some bums.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see how that offense operates.
The kicking is so interesting this year with those being able to bring your own balls. I mean,
it changes things.
I watched McAfee. He said it might add 10 yards to certain kickers.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see a weird year out of kickers where they're scoring more than they should.
Okay. Thanks for that, Nate. So we're gonna get to the Friday night recap real quick too. KC and LA. Herbert balled out. Like you could argue he's kind of like, I wouldn't say re-entering the elite status because I don't think anybody had him there through the first couple of years, but 300 yards, 3 touchdowns against that defense. That's unreal. And if that's the Herbert we're getting this year,
He took the next step.
Like you could be talking about him getting into that Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen like category as far as like fantasy wise. Like 303 is just nuts. And think he might have led he was like second in rushing in that for the team too. Like he just looks comfortable as all can be in that offense. Mahomes played well as well. Like nothing crazy, 250. I think he was the leading rusher as well, but he had 2 touchdowns. Like it's kind of nice seeing that Mahomes come back because he's been very sporadic the last 2 years. He hasn't had a receiver to throw to. And
there was one to Kelsey, wasn't it?
Kelsey had a lot, like a 37-yard touchdown or something like that.
Yep.
What'd you think of that shoulder check on that DB? Because he was going out of bounds.
A little dirty.
Play football.
Well, it's like that DB can't really hit him. He knows he can't, and then I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird how that rules.
You kind of take advantage of the rules right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a gray area there for sure.
Right. And then is Hollywood the number 1 in KC?
I think right now he has to be.
Yeah.
Because I know Worthy got knocked out early.
Rasheed Rice is suspended.
Rice is suspended. The kid they drafted in the 3rd round didn't play either.
Yeah, he was out.
He looked like the number 1. I mean, going forward, I feel like
he looked healthy too.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I hate that as a Raven fan.
Yeah.
Because
he was never healthy in Baltimore.
Yeah,
yeah. Brown was never a bum. I mean, he's a big play guy.
No, but he was always a number 2. Like teams tried to use him as a number 1, and it just was never going to work. But as a number 2, like it could work. And in that offense, they don't really have a 1. Well, Kelsey's the 1, but
I think Rice is a 1, but you're talking 5 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So
I think he's their really only like big body receiver. I mean, the rest of them are just smaller, shifty.
But that's what
Andy Reid.
That's what works for Andy Reid.
I mean, short passes, boom, run after catch.
And John, you touched on it. My takeaways from this game were Herbert looks great. I think Ladd McConkey's going to eat.
Oh yeah.
Allen and Johnson taking the pressure off him. They can't focus on him. I loved all that.
Like Johnston having that game, like it's not going to be an every week thing.
No,
so don't freak out and think that you like have to go trade for him, have to go pick him up if he's available. Like he's gonna have one of those games about maybe every 5 or 6 weeks. Like that's just how it works. And it's because he's just open. Because McConkey's terrifying. Like, and they have other guys in that offense that are just going to command the coverage and the respect from the defenses, to where he's just gonna be fortunate as long as he catches the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as he catches it.
My biggest takeaway from that game is I'm worried about Pacheco.
Yes,
I told you guys before. He averaged 5 yards a carry and got 5 rushes. I mean, I don't know what is going on.
You can accredit that to the number 1 defense in the league last year. That got better this off season,
but he averaged 5 yards a carry.
I know.
So it just, I know the game script also didn't go in their favor. You know, they were down early. All that missed extra point from Bucker. That hurt.
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
That hurt really bad, but
because he almost hit a 59-yarder rushing onto or he did hit the 59-yarder
yeah.
right before half, rushing onto the field,
Yeah.
and then he misses an extra point.
But and that ended up making them kick the field goal late as opposed to going for a touchdown.
Correct.
However, I mean, 5 for 25. I mean, what are we doing with Pacheco? I'm officially.
I think it was
John knows I'm a huge Pacheco fan.
I think they were.
I'm worried.
They were kind of worried about trying to catch up to where the running game kind of got away from him. And Pacheco's not great in pass protection or running routes out there, which is why Hunt probably came in and took I don't know the exact snap count, but that's probably Hunt probably ate up a ton of snaps over Pacheco because of that.
Yeah, I was anticipating a lot more out of Pacheco.
Yeah.
I mean, healthy, and he runs violent.
Yeah.
And that, like we said earlier, maybe part of his downfall is how hard he runs the ball.
Yeah.
And that's why he's off the field a lot. But I couldn't believe how much they just did not use him.
I just think if the Chiefs are going to have 10 rushing attempts a game that's not quarterback related, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
They got to figure out the run game. But run game and defense, Mahomes, but I think that's their path to success.
Yeah. They're not going to, the win games are going to have to run the ball. And they'll get it figured out. It's Andy Reid. They have a long week now, too. So whoever they play next week, good luck. Like, Mahomes doesn't lose he's lost 2 in a row, but, like, that doesn't happen. So him to lose 2 regular season games in a row is just, it's not happening. Like, Chiefs big next week. But we're going to get into the Sunday slate. Big week. It's some fun matchups this week. The first game we're going to talk about is Tampa Bay and Atlanta. It's probably going to be a lot of offense, not a whole lot of defense. Buccaneers gave up the 3rd most points to quarterbacks last year. So Penix kind of gets a nice matchup to start the season. I like him depending on the quarterback situation for your teams, but obviously Baker's a must start. Falcons gave up the 4th most points. So like quarterbacks should flourish. And then tight ends as well. Like both these teams were bottom 8 in the league or they gave up they were top 8 in points given up to tight ends. So like Pitts, Otten could be decent. I think Otten's playing this week.
I thought he was out.
It could be out, but like just the opportunity is going to be there for the tight ends against these defenses they're playing. How do you guys feel about running backs in this matchup?
See Craig's comment.
Yeah. I mean, you got to start Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan's a must start.
But
oh yeah.
I just don't love him this year. I don't know if he's probably top 10, but I don't know if he's ever going to live up to the 1 or 2.
The hype.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of their offense.
Yeah,
is going to be him.
It goes through him.
Yep.
So I think fantasy wise, he could be up there. But
if Penix is good, I feel better about Bijan.
Okay.
If he opens it up, and he's a gunslinger.
Yeah.
But,
you saw it in Washington.
Yep.
But he just likes to throw the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if it's just, you can key on Bijan, I just don't know.
But they have the weapons you can't because of London is like the most underappreciated receiver in the NFL right now. Like,
I agree.
Nobody talks about him, and he's like consistently top 10.
Yep.
But as far as receivers go, I mean, I think the obvious, you're starting London, you're starting Evans. Outside of that, probably moving on.
Yeah, I agree. Ibuka, if you're in a deep league, or if you're just kind of in a weird week, I could see Ibuka.
I love him.
As a flex option, just depending what you have.
Yep.
I don't hate it, but
I
like
definitely have him in
it's
the
also
flex.
his first career game. Probably start. I gotta imagine just because the other guys are dinged up. Like it's kind of like wait and see. I'm always hesitant about receivers.
The NFL is moving forward
like
with receivers. It seems like they're having success earlier.
Jefferson didn't start off hot. Chase didn't start off hot.
That's
like and those are like the top guys. Like it takes a little bit of time to adjust because the corners are way more physical and faster than what.
But did either of them
seen.
have a Mike Evans?
No.
I mean, Chase had Higgins.
Mike Evans won Johnny Manziel a Heisman.
Yes, 100%. Like I love Ibuka just because you have Jalen McMillan's going to be out. Chris Godwin's still not healthy. Cade Otton's a question. I mean, he's going to get his attempts.
Like you said
his
earlier,
targets.
Terrell, I mean, dog.
They get another corner there. It's pretty sneaky good too. I can't remember who
They
is.
still got
but
Bates, yeah.
Bates safety. But like,
No,
but
no,
yeah,
I'm
like
saying-
he'll
I'm saying
come over.
secondary-wise,
Yeah. Their secondary was really good last year.
Right.
So a game for you and Nate. We're gonna talk about Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Cincinnati by 40.
It's a hot take, but okay.
Browns win.
I personally think I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game potentially, just because Cincinnati doesn't have a defense and Cincinnati's offense is really good. So
On our must starts, Njoku is a must start this week. Njoku, you got to start him. Look at what he did with Flacco. Look at what Cincy did with against tight ends last year. What you laughing at?
Greggy.
Njoku's a must start. I like Jerome Ford too. Jerome Ford's either going to get you 2 points or he's going to get you like 20.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of in between.
Well,
so.
and they can't stop the run. Like, as good as Hendrickson is, he's terrible against the run. So like,
right.
Ford could be a sneaky good pick this.
Is Shamar Stewart going to play?
No.
No.
No. And neither is Judkins, but
Or Orenthal James Simpson.
Oh, Greggy. What are we gonna do with you? But I mean, I think you start the obvious guys this week. And Njoku's probably the only start for the Browns that you have. Ford is Ford's a flex play.
Judy, I think you start Judy, even if it's in the flex. I mean,
probably, yeah. That's not terrible.
You got your obvious. You got your Chase Brown,
Higgins, Burrow,
Judy, Higgins.
Look what Flacco did with Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Dude,
He's going to do the same thing with Jerry
Judy.
Jeudy.
He's going to throw 3 picks.
Probably.
He might, but he might throw for
touchdowns.
450 yards too. You know, I think Judy and Njoku, Ford are kind of who you're looking at. I think you wait and hold on Sampson.
Yeah.
Judkins obviously got
That's
the
later
2
in the
game.
year.
Well, he got the 2 game shit. He got like a reserve 2 games.
Yes, because he just finally signed.
I also think they plan on using that as part of the suspension, from what I read. Like they're taking a 2-game exemption.
Sneaky. That's sneaky.
To then add that to a potential 3 to 4 game suspension.
Yeah, so let him get into shape and kind of get caught up on the playbook. Yeah.
So
He doesn't have that jail body.
Samson, I'm gonna wait and see. But Ford is, if you're in a spot, I think Ford could.
If you went wide receiver heavy and you just have Ford on your bench, he could be somewhat of a potential play. And hey, Greg, your puns are not funny today, but trust me, I'm waiting for what you got
I
to say
appreciate the
next.
McCaffrey one right there. That's good. I like it.
But so yeah, you're gonna start the obvious guys like Chase, Higgins, Burrow. That's Chase Brown. Yeah. So you're starting the guys for Cincinnati, and then Cleveland. It's flex plays more or less depending on what you got.
It's hard week 1 in fantasy because you don't know what to expect sometimes.
It is a crapshoot every, and you have. So, by the way, just little FYI for you. Don't get up in arms about a guy that puts up 20 points that came out of nowhere today. It happens every year, and then they don't do anything the rest of the year.
Also, Bengals tight ends. If you're really hurting,
No.
the Browns cannot guard a tight end. It doesn't matter. Shawn could go out there today and play tight end, and he could put up 15 fantasy points.
So you're saying Gesicki's that guy that's going to go off for 20 and not do anything the rest of the year?
Honestly, maybe even Noah Fant.
I know how much you like him.
I see a deep. I cut him.
I know.
But I see a deep. We cannot guard tight ends since '99. So, but should you start him?
Was it
No.
since your last AFC championship or AAFC championship?
Shut up.
Hey, Greggy, we'll get there.
So you know,
Shawn, I can mute your mic anytime. Just saying.
But no, when Gesicki scores 2 touchdowns and goes for 85 yards today, I mean,
everybody's putting in that waiver claim, and good luck because I won't be one of those guys. But we're gonna move on next to my matchup, Pittsburgh and New York Jets. Kind of a revenge game for both quarterbacks. Both felt like they were somewhat wronged by their prior organization.
How was Rodgers wronged by the Jets? They gave him every opportunity to do what he wanted.
Because it's Rodgers and he always thinks he's wronged.
Rodgers is always the victim.
Get out of here.
But like both teams play like they don't give up much to quarterbacks. Last year, both were in the top 8 for like least points given up. Running backs, it's middle of the pack for both of them. For the Jets, who do you start? Like you start Hall probably, right? Maybe
If you have a better option, I don't.
it's
A bad first week. I'm also worried about Breece Hall. So it's kind of the same as Derrick Henry last year. I was dead wrong. But Fields is a shotgun quarterback.
Yeah.
Breece Hall is a very much like get ahead of steam type of guy. I liked Breece Hall. I thought he was undervalued, but it's going to be interesting to see
how it works.
Fields is not Lamar. You know,
Yeah.
he can run the ball. The only thing I can see maybe this week is Justin Fields does have a big running game because that D-line on Pittsburgh, they're going to be chasing him. So he might have to run for his life. But
I would say, and they lost Vera Tucker this week too.
yes,
which is
for the year.
huge.
Yes, for the year.
Yeah.
Like he was their best lineman, so to lose him before the season even starts.
Yep.
Oh, and Cam Hayward is suiting up today. He will
Yep,
play. He
I saw
got
that.
his little extra
Incentive
money,
bonuses.
which good for him.
Yep.
I mean, he deserves it.
Yeah, he's like they're not letting him put any other uniform on and shouldn't at this
No.
point.
Yeah, how could you?
No.
But as far as the Steelers starting DK
I'm on the line.
as maybe a flex,
I'm on the line.
I don't
Like,
know.
I could see it as a
depending
flex.
depending who you have at receiver, obviously. But like I feel like that's like for the whole season, I like DK just
No,
because
me
that's
too.
a
Yeah.
Rodgers kind of guy.
This week, though, if you ask me if I had Judy and DK, I'm starting Judy.
I agree.
Ooh,
I'm starting Judy.
You got Sauce
I
Gardner.
and I
that's
get
gonna
it
be
because
on
it's
just
just
this
the
week.
defenses they're playing.
Yes.
So I get
Yes.
where you're coming from. Tight ends. How do you guys feel about this matchup? Obviously, you're not starting the Jets. Eat it, Greggy.
I don't know what to do.
Like I like Jonnu. Like I feel like
I
Arthur
know, but
Smith
you guys
like
got
works in this
Muth.
offense.
Like, is it almost work like a split halfback field?
This is more of a wait
you
and
know,
see
you know what I
for
mean?
me.
I
don't
can't
start either
confidently
tight end.
start either tight end.
It's I don't disagree. Like I feel like you kind of want to wait, see how it plays out. Like I feel like Jonnu is going to be the guy for like the bigger plays. Muth is going to be the guy over the middle. Dink dunk, let him.
I mean, is
work
Muth
for
going
his
to be the
yards.
red zone guy though?
I think both guys could be.
Okay.
Like you have those two and DK. Like Roman Wilson's shorter.
You guys continue. There's no way I can't wait any longer.
All right, you're good. I want to say Roman Wilson shorter.
Number 4.
Calvin Austin shorter. Like so, you have 3 big weapons plus the big guy they drafted from Georgia a couple years ago as well.
Was that Broderick Washington or
No,
something?
no,
like
no,
that?
the tight end. I can't think of his name, but for being this great blocker at Georgia, he hasn't been able to block anybody in the NFL. It's frustrating.
NFL's a little different.
Oh, it's a lot different. But yeah, I think you could argue don't start
What do you?
necessarily anybody in this matchup.
Yeah,
but
because
like if
even
you're
like the Steelers' backfield, like
yeah, it's a 50-50 split.
yeah, like it's. I don't like anybody in this matchup, to be honest.
Like I said, maybe DK.
If you're stretched thin,
Brees.
or you took Jonnu to start as your tight
Yeah.
end, I mean, you got to. But
like I feel like Johnny's one of those guys that could have a big week this week.
100%, he proved it in Miami. I mean, he was a
But-
touchdown scoring machine.
Yeah. And when he wasn't getting touchdowns, he was getting a bunch of yards.
Yeah.
So, but outside of that, like it's not necessarily a sexy fantasy game this week.
No.
But
not at all.
Boswell, you're probably starting Boswell this week.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. We got one.
Like so, we got one for sure starter out of this game.
And actually, interesting thing about Jonnu is it wasn't. You could say, he was in Miami, but they didn't use Gesicki at all.
no.
So like,
I think it's because Gesicki just didn't have the mental.
yeah. So
capacity
I
is
mean,
what it looks like it could be.
Jonnu blew up last.
Yeah, out of
last year.
nowhere.
I mean,
Right.
He was really good. So
Now you have
maybe
a
he's just that
formidable
guy.
tight
And
end
Arthur
with him,
Smith-
though.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith loves him. So
Yeah. Like
And Rodgers loves tight ends.
yes.
Yeah.
We know that.
yep.
All right, so that one's all wrapped up. We're
Yep.
gonna go to what could be a massive blowout, and that's Miami and Indy. Miami, warm weather. Oh, this is a dome, so it doesn't even matter about the weather because they're
Yep.
inside. Miami might put up 40 some today. It's what they
Yeah.
do every year. They
Indy
blow
is
up
the
early,
favorite.
which is
They-
mind blowing.
They're a 1.5 point favorite. So
Give me the Miami money line, baby.
yeah.
I'm taking
So,
Miami.
But
love Tua. Today, love Tua.
Oh yeah.
Tua, I like
that's what Miami
Tyreek
does.
too.
Do you think we're
Yeah,
gonna see if Tyreek's back in form
So
this week, or
yeah,
do we
so
wait for a tougher
actually-
game?
one of my
No, who's
deep
covering them?
dives was Jalen Waddle. I
Yeah.
like Waddle this week.
Waddle
Yeah, I
could
really
be one
like
of those
Waddle
sneaky
this
starts
week.
too. Like not necessarily like one of your top 2 receivers you're starting, but like that flex spot. Like,
Right.
and it feels like that's what we're talking a lot about is like the flex options, just because odds are you know who your starters are.
Yep.
So like trying to give you input on like those like toss up questions. So say you got Judy and Waddle.
I'm starting Waddle.
Like Waddle could be the better start because Indy's secondary is pretty bad. Their safeties are good, but their corners are. Kenny Moore is not bad, but he's starting to slow down.
And
So-
he's also a slot guy.
Yeah,
So
like
unfortunately for Waddle, you are getting one of Indy's better corners, but
that speed.
But
Yeah.
Waddle is still an
Oh.
outside. He can still go to the
Yeah.
outside.
I'm starting Tyreek Hill, and I love Waddle.
Yes.
So
Like I like both receivers in this matchup. A-Chain I feel like is a no-brainer. You drafted him high, you're going to start him.
yeah.
I got one reservation.
Same
that
with Jonathan
calf,
Taylor.
that soft tissue calf injury. He's not coming in with designation.
Right.
But McCaffrey had the same exact thing last year, and he had this happen 3 weeks ago.
he played like 2 drives and
And
then just
yes.
was done.
So if you,
I think he could be limited, but like he can still be effective
I
in a
agree.
limited capacity.
Like, do you
I-
think
I'm
he has a
starting-
snap count?
No, I
Just
think
under
it's
the
just, I
radar
think it's
snap count?
situational, especially if the game gets out of hand kind of early. Like you just pull them and just let them sit.
Yep.
But like you drafted him high, you were going to start him. It'd
Yeah,
be like
100%.
it'd be like
Yep.
you're not sitting your first round pick week 1. I don't care about the situation unless he is not playing. You're starting him.
Yeah,
I'm,
unless he's
I'm
literally
playing Sean
ruled out.
today. I have H-An. Don't love it.
But
I'm
you're
playing
still
him.
you're still starting him because
Yeah,
you
you
have
have
to.
to. Yep.
Ready to
s-
finish that little ass whooping I'm gonna give you?
So
Maybe.
I feel like this situation started running backs, and then you have Tua and the receivers for Miami. Outside of Taylor, you're not really starting anybody for Indy.
No, I can see Tyler Warren. I get.
Yeah,
I can see you starting Tyler Warren.
Warren could be a start. It just I think it depends on your tight end
yeah,
situation.
yeah. You definitely.
I mean, he's tight end 10. So unless you got
which is
two-
kind of wild. But I personally
Well-
am not big on him.
we'll get to Warren later,
Yeah, we will.
based on last year.
But like, I don't mind Josh Downs in this matchup. I think he's playing.
He had a good offseason too.
Like he was like you could see last year he was becoming the number 1 guy there ahead of Pittman just because he's on the field every week. But like, so I feel like start the obvious for this one.
yeah,
Week 1's so tough.
it is. You just don't know what you're gonna get in week
Yeah.
1.
And so the next matchup is probably this stinker of the week. Like, and
No, Drake May.
like
Yeah.
we'll have a game coming up, but like it's
Oh,
Las Vegas and New England. Like it's just, what are you starting out of this?
May.
Are you though?
Yeah. Actually,
And then
I have-
potential flex is Stephon
I-
Diggs,
I have multiple.
depending on how
I'm
deep
starting
the league
Drake
is.
May. I'm starting Henderson.
But who are you starting Drake May over?
Well, I have Trevor Lawrence.
You're
Also, I'm not gonna lie. I started Drake May over Dak in a different league.
probably going to work out this week.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah. So Henderson is a must start.
I don't know if he's a must.
Hunter Henry, depending on your situation, I could see him having a good week.
Yeah, I mean the thing is the Raiders.
The Raiders
Wh-
start
they were-
nobody.
they-
Genty.
Yeah,
Well, Genty, you're starting. You drafted him
Right,
high. Like you have
right.
to start him. I think you could argue you could start
Myers.
Jacoby Myers as well.
yeah.
Like-
He's
Yeah.
gonna be heavy targeted.
Yep.
Like
I feel good about Drake May, guys.
How we feel
No,
about Diggs?
I actually really
all
like Drake
year,
May.
let alone this year.
you,
How we feel about Diggs?
Eh.
What's
no,
that?
no, Diggs. I don't hate Diggs.
Yeah, if you have a flex spot open,
Like I personally
mean,
think he's done.
Every wide receiver though has that one last year where he just gets it. I think it could be Diggs this year.
When do we see Deontay Johnson's last year?
Deontay Johnson's bum. and a head case.
He does.
Yeah.
More so than Stephon Diggs. That's hard to do.
That is impressive. But like I just think at this point he's what 31, 32?
Yeah,
Maybe
but,
even
I mean,
33. Like I just feel like
I know, but you got
end of the road is there.
No, and I agree, but you got Devontae Adams who's 37, 38, and he was ranked by most every major thing in the top 15.
But he's still doing it.
Flex spot. Would you start?
Diggs isn't.
I haven't seen much
yeah.
from Devontae in a few years.
Devontae was top 20 last year at receiver.
No, he's on my team. He's bad. He's not good.
Flex spot.
No.
But I like
Question.
him. I like him with
But
Stafford.
I think Diggs you could put in the flex. I mean, if he's one of your top two, you're in deep
Yo,
shit.
you are
you don't want him
deep
as your
trouble.
top two.
But
That's why I said flex. If you if you have an opening in there,
I think if you need to, especially this week, I don't mind starting Diggs, especially with the young quarterback. I mean,
I say I'm not huge just because the Raiders were top 10 in points allowed to receivers last year, but that's because a lot of teams ran on them.
I was going to say it because they were out of every game early.
Yeah.
So when you're up 21-7
But
at half.
but I also see Geno not giving the ball away, so
No, I agree.
it's gonna I don't want to say limit what the Patriots are gonna be able to do, but I think it's not gonna put the Raiders defense out there as often.
Well, I said it last week. Drake May's legs so underrated.
Oh, I agree.
I think Drake May is he's I'd put him in like the top 8-9 this week. I'd start him.
Ooh.
Here's my flex question.
You'll
Okay.
see later.
All right.
There.
Tyrone Tracy, Stephon Diggs, or Cooper Kupp?
Tracy.
That's who I'm starting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Diggs too. I mean, Washington, their defense
And
isn't no slouch.
I'll say this. Tracy's doesn't there's nobody that's really threatening him to take away touches. Plus he's
Scatabo.
not really a threat yet.
Yeah, not yet.
But Tracy
they-
can catch
they-
the ball too. So if it's full PPR, like Tracy could end up with like 4 or 5 catches today for like 30 yards. That's an extra 7 points that you're not getting from necessarily those other guys because of the rushing upside that he has as well. Plus, he was a touchdown monster late in the season last year.
Well, in their situation, I mean, so Henderson, I feel completely different. I feel like they have to use him. Scatabo, maybe not necessarily. They do have Singletary though, still, right? Like
I don't think so. Or he might be hurt still. Like I don't think he's there.
They either have him or he's not hurt. Or they either don't have him or he's not hurt. I know he's healthy.
He's there.
Is he
Yeah.
there? But he's what?
No,
Number 3. Like he was surpassed quickly by Tracy once he started getting the
does
ball.
he steal a touchdown though?
No.
No.
All right.
I do
Fair.
like. So we'll get to that matchup here shortly.
Yep.
But I think that kind of wraps up Patriots and Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next up, it's Arizona and New Orleans. Pretty much give me anybody on Arizona's offense.
Yeah. Marv, Kyler, Cardinals
Connor,
D, Connor,
McBride.
McBride. I'm starting nobody from the Saints unless it's Kamara, and I still don't feel great.
Kamara, I think you start just because Cardinals were middle of the pack last year as far as what they gave up against running backs, but they were number 1 against wide receivers and tight ends.
Well, and
Oddly enough,
Are
last
they?
year.
But are they even worried about Spencer Rattler throwing the ball?
Oh, absolutely
No.
not.
So,
So it's
Kamara's
even
going to
better.
be a tough one to start too.
with Rattler, Kamara, tight ends, you see them young guys dump off.
Oh yeah, no, I think there's potential.
I think you have to start Kamara if you
Yeah,
drafted him.
yeah,
but-
Kamara's a must start just
He's
because
their offense.
But that's it.
It's going to run through him.
Yeah.
There's going to be some just struggle weeks with him just because they're going to put 9 in the box because
Yeah.
Rattler probably still isn't going to be able to beat those like 2 guys back there.
Well, and I love Olave.
Yeah.
I'm not touching him.
Hey,
No.
does he survive the game?
Yeah.
Over under this game, does he survive?
They keep
It's
throwing
such
them
a shame,
suicide
though.
balls
Yeah, it's such a shame too.
because he's good.
He's good, but like
Never had a quarterback. Not once.
the mush brain is just you can't
I agree.
ignore that. Like it's unfortunate this guy's career is going to end up getting cut way shorter
Yep.
than what it should because he just couldn't avoid taking.
I
these
mean,
big
and you
hits over the
didn't
middle.
get to see his true potential.
You did
because-
rookie year, but again, I think he got like 1 or 2 concussions his rookie year.
Yep.
So it's everybody for Arizona, Mara
Yeah.
for New Orleans. So
All
I
right.
feel like that's like the easiest one that we're gonna have all week.
Yeah.
The next one it's probably gonna be another blowout as well, but it's Giants and Commanders.
Bold prediction, real quick.
Okay.
Washington misses the playoffs.
I don't think it's that bold. I think
Okay, well then, screw you guys.
no,
That's
no,
fine.
no, no. I think sophomore slumps are a real thing.
Yep.
Like and running quarterbacks hitting their second year, it hits them even harder because teams have film, so they know kind of tendencies on what they do, what to look for, so they kind of know when they're running, so they can get there quicker, faster, and they're gonna late hits too to prove a point.
Yep.
Well,
Um,
I honestly just don't think I could probably agree with that because I don't know if they get past the Cowboys or the Eagles this year.
I feel better about the Cowboys than most. And I
Yeah.
hate the Cowboys.
I mean, the Cowboys are like it's the Eagles division. Like,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
the command. I don't want to say the Commanders aren't a threat because if Daniels can avoid the sophomore slump, that team is
Yes, 100%.
super dangerous. Like they're coming off
Yep.
an NFC Championship appearance,
Yep.
but don't sleep on the Giants defense in this game.
Abdul Carter is a bad man.
Well, Brian Burns as well. Like
Yeah.
that dude finds,
Yeah.
and especially like if you look at his history for week ones, I think he's had a sack, and since his second year in the league, he's had at least 1.5 sacks in week one since he's come into the league. So it's he could be in for a big game.
For me, it's to me obvious. You got to start Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you got to start Scary Terry.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the one where I know John's gonna hate this. I weirdly like Debo this week.
No way.
He's gonna get backfield
I mean-
touches.
I
He's
mean,
gonna get some in PPR only. If it was standard, no
Yeah.
chance.
Like Debo's healthy, so sure.
And
Is he?
Yeah, and
for, for now,
he actually looked halfway decent.
I think they're gonna like really move him around a ton
Yes,
to take
I do
advantage
too.
of his size.
I mean, that's just what you have to do with Debo.
Yep.
Is have him in different spots of formation, motion. I mean, you have to have him do that.
I feel like the Commanders' running back situation, like the Giants were bad against running backs last year, but like
I'm not
you
starting
can't
nobody.
trust anybody. I'm not touching Eckler. Like the dude is done at this point.
Krosky Merritt, let me see it.
Yeah, I
wanna
see it
That's
first.
part of why I like Debo. Like, does he line up in the backfield for 10 snaps?
I
Does
think he could.
You know, I don't know.
Maybe
it's a-
Ertz, depending on the tight end situation.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ertz personally,
But
but
the
I can
Giant-
see how you could see that.
the Giants didn't give up much to tight ends last year, but that was because teams were just pounding it on them.
Yeah, they were blocking.
But to go back on what Nate asked a couple minutes ago, the whole Tracy thing, Commanders gave up the 8th most points, 7th most points to running backs. So like it's a very good matchup for Tracy this week. Outside of that, like who do you
Neighbors?
Start Tracy,
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
is a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I don't. Yeah.
Theo Johnson could be a sneaky start,
I'm
That'd
good.
be a bold move.
but
I'm good.
It's,
Bold move.
it's a
Cotton.
big boom or bust. Like if it hits, it's going to hit for like 12 to 15 points, I think. And you take that from tight ends all day.
Right.
But so I think start the usuals for the Commanders. So
Yeah.
or start the couple guys.
I would not start Ertz, but if you have to, I mean, I
Yeah.
get it.
Like he can definitely flash with what they have, and you still have a young quarterback that's going to be moving around. Tight end's best friend.
Yep.
I'll check that out. Giants have a package of plays for Jackson Dart.
Yep.
That's
They do.
That's interesting.
good.
Yeah.
Like that dude outplayed
Everybody.
both
Yeah.
Wilson and Jameis in the preseason, and he's
They're
still
being smart though.
No. Yes.
they're not rushing him in, and the Commanders are going to get after it today. They have a like their front four is it's good. It's really really good. But I think that kind of wraps up that game.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it's
Yep.
nothing great. You just kind of start what you want to. John Bates, yeah, blocking tight ends don't do crap for fantasy. Sorry, bud.
that-
Conley or
Abdul. Is
Abdul.
that what he meant?
See, I have an unwritten rule just to kind of just wait. You want to see week one what these rookies can do because could come out and blow it up, could end up laying a goose egg. Like,
Yep.
so Conley, I'm not even sure who that is.
I don't know who.
I think it
either
means the
one is.
lineman.
Abdul Carter.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it the
well, he-
lineman for the Commanders?
Oh, you start him. Abdul Carter
Are you starting him?
in like if you have
IDP?
defensive players.
Are you though?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm
Okay.
starting.
I
him.
don't. I don't play. I don't do fantasy with the defensive player.
No, yeah,
It's fun.
dude, you start.
It's a lot
no,
of fun.
I can't.
I start him every week until I'm proven wrong.
Okay.
No, dog.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the kitty cat matchup. Panthers and Jaguars. It on paper, based on what we saw last season, it's not a fun matchup, but I feel like give me a healthy Lawrence.
Yeah, me too.
He isn't doing
Well,
shit.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. ATN, new coaching staff. Is it worth a random flex start if you're in a situation? Because he, to me, is the best of the three,
I think it's.
but he just got buried last year.
The last 2 years, it's been rough for him.
I think it's.
Yeah.
It's potentially worth a spot start, just because it's week 1, so you don't know what you're going to get. These guys are prepared, and I think they're going to potentially try and take some pressure off of Lawrence coming back.
Catches the ball well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
and has the chemistry with Lawrence for those dump downs.
And the
8 points.
Panthers gave up the most points to running backs last year. So I think he could be one of those nice little starts that could do better than anticipated. But both these defenses are bad.
Yeah. I mean, we all agree Brian Thomas is just going to destroy them this week, right?
I would even look at Tet McMillan in the flex.
McMillan in the flex ain't bad. Like I don't mind it.
I'm a McMillan hater, so nope.
For what?
Can't get off the line. Got to be in motion.
But it's not like the Jaguars have anybody that can jam them.
That's true.
So like I feel like as bad as both these defenses are, you're not necessarily starting the offensive guys in this matchup. Like you're not starting Bryce.
Not ideally. No.
You could start Lawrence depending on your quarterback situation.
Oh, I'm starting Lawrence. It's the only quarterback I have.
As far like Jaguars did give up the most points to receivers last year, so Tet could be a good start.
That's why I said Tet in the flex.
But both these teams, between all 4 like positions, they were bottom 8, both of them, on points given up. So like
not very good seasons.
So, but this will be the week that both defenses end up shining and don't give up much.
It'll be like a 14-10
be like 17-10 or something.
Yeah. But I feel like you're starting Brian Thomas, obviously. Starting Lawrence, depending on your situation.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just kind of just hold off. Oh, Chuba. Probably starting him as well.
I'm not. I don't like him.
I'm not big on Chuba, but like he works within this offense you saw last year. So until then, I guess you have to.
Yep.
Just because of the matchup this week.
Yep. I feel better about Trevor than Chuba.
That's fair.
I know it's different positions.
I'm in the same boat as you. I'm way more comfortable with Trevor than I think a lot of people are.
Me.
I know you are too. You love Trevor. But like
he's gonna get hurt.
Shut your mouth.
Shh. But
just for week 1 though.
Yeah, it's just not necessarily going to be a fun game to watch. Like, so it's kind of pick your poison within it and just roll with it. We're going to move on to the 4:00 games. So Tennessee and Denver. You have the best defense in the league against the number 1 pick. Good luck, Cam.
Yeah.
Tennessee, I'm starting nobody.
No.
Ridley, maybe, just because.
No, not even him. 0%.
Yeah,
I'm starting
Surtain
0.
is not gonna let him do
Surtain's not giving
anything.
up anything.
Yep. The only thing with Ridley is he does line up in the slot occasionally.
Yeah, they move him around.
So, I don't think he's good enough for Surtain to follow him.
Surtain,
So-
he's on one side of the field, so
Yep.
they might move him over to the other side, but they have viable corners.
Yeah.
on the other
Right.
side.
No, I'm not starting one person on Tennessee all day.
Pollard.
Nope.
Okay. Like
Stay away from the Titans.
I don't think I have Pollard in any league, so it's not like
Yep,
I can say
nope.
I'm going to start him. But like, I get it. Like this defense is, in my opinion, the best defense in the league. Like I know,
I can see that.
I know, like they're not like sexy fantasy wise, but they get turnovers, they get sacks, they don't give up shit for points.
Right.
Like it is an absolute dream as far as like running your like towards an actual Super Bowl.
right.
But like
I'm actually fading Pollard all year, just so you guys know.
I'm kind of waiting for that fall off because I think he overachieved last year, but he had 1,000 yards somehow. I don't know how, but he had 1,000 yards. But I get it. Like you're starting Sutton more than likely. I feel like it's a good matchup for him.
Sutton, Ingram.
Even though Tennessee was good against tight ends and receivers last year, it was because they were down so often, so teams didn't have to throw. So I think it's not so much an exaggerated stat, but
Sutton
it's there.
enjoy 4 weeks. He'll be hurt. Ingram.
He stayed healthy last year. I like Ingram.
Yeah, I'm starting Ingram.
Like I know we talked about this beforehand. You're not big on Ingram.
No,
I
I'm not.
like the situation. Starting Bo Nix.
I also hate Bo Nix.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
So I'll go back to it. The sophomore slump. Like I feel like it could hit him harder than it could hit Daniels.
Oh, 100%.
I think Bo Nix's biggest thing is Denver's defense.
He benefits.
Yes, I think he does. Ingram, I told the guys earlier, Sean Payton has 5 top 5 tight end seasons in his career. He had Jimmy Graham for 5-6 prime years where he was very, very good. I mean, what, top 2 fan? It was
him and Gates. It was him and Gates.
and then Gronk at the end.
Gronk was in there at the end.
And I just don't understand in a Sean Payton offense. I'm good.
Yeah.
Coming off an injury and his worst season, I'm good. I'm good on Ingram, but
I like him.
he could be great.
Like,
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He was a top 5 tight end 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so its potential is definitely there. I don't think that's me.
Not me.
It's not me.
But anyways, it's just one of those matchups. You're probably not liking anybody from Tennessee and Denver. You're starting the defense for sure.
Yes.
Sutton,
RJ Harvey?
I'm not big on Harvey.
Not yet.
No.
You got to see what he does.
I hate Peyton's use of running backs. I saw that on Thursday. Javonte Williams looks really good.
Jerry Jeudy or Jerome Ford? I think we said Jeudy.
Judy.
I'd say Judy. I do love Ford's upside though.
Yeah, Ford has the upside. It just
Do they try to plug Samson in some though?
I think Samson sees
a little bit,
I think
but
he gets about 10 touches.
But Ford, he's gonna get you 2 or 20. He's gonna, if he gets open, he's great in the open field. He's gonna run it for 70 yards.
I mean, we are talking about Cincinnati's defense.
Yeah.
So like, it's
I
everybody could have a big day, but they also could not do much at all.
Yeah.
Yep. I would lean Judy just for safeness, but Ford, I would not be surprised if he's the higher score.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to San Francisco, Seattle divisional matchup, week 1. Gotta love these. You don't know what you're gonna get, not just because it's week 1, but because it's a divisional matchup. These teams know each other really well. Seattle has gone and complete overhaul at least offensively. I think defensively they brought in some guys as well, but McCaffrey should be back, ready to go. We'll see how he returns. Seattle's front was pretty solid last year. It was different from what we're accustomed to. Like beforehand, they couldn't get to the quarterback, couldn't do any of that stuff, couldn't stop the run either. Like it was just a hot mess. And last year, it kind of felt like McDonald fixed a bunch of that real quick.
Yeah, Seattle usually they just relied on their secondary.
Yeah, and now it's been kind of like they got 2 really good corners there.
Yeah,
but like it's kind of flipped. Like that.
Well, they added safety. Regardless, go ahead.
But like I don't feel like San Francisco could be in for a big offensive day. Like, and they have no Ayuk still, so it's Ricky Pearsall's the number 1. Good luck against Witherspoon. Like, that is a nightmare matchup for him because Witherspoon is one of the best shutdown corners in the league already.
He's a stud.
Jennings is back.
I don't care about I don't like Jennings. I have him on a couple of my rosters, but I don't like Jennings. I don't feel like he is like oddly more inconsistent than Debo was, and Debo is inconsistent. Always has been. Like he will have those big weeks and then just you're lucky to get 2 points. Like it's really weird. I know last year it was kind of a weird offense for San Fran just because of all the injuries they had, but like I'm not big on Jennings at all. I feel like he could have just been a flash in the pan last year.
Are you starting Purdy?
No.
So pretty much just Kittle, McCaffrey?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say.
Or
their defense. I could see him.
I would
Sam
consider
Darnold some-
Pearsall as a flex option just because he is their number 1, but it's not the first option on most rosters.
That'd be in like a deep.
It would have to be like a 14, 16 team league in which like, but
or dynasty. I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Yep.
But like and I'll flip to Seattle. The running backs. I don't think you can start either one this week.
I start Kenneth Walker.
I would too. I think you have to.
Yeah. I don't think Charbonnet.
I mean,
did enough
obviously, the
really...
word out of camp is Charbonnet has been more impressive than Walker, and he is he doesn't put the ball on the ground, like, and he runs hard between and outside the tackles, like and as far as like third down, Charbonnet can pass block. Charbonnet can catch the ball.
Based on where you drafted him, though, I'm starting Walker and I'm starting JSN.
Yep.
Those are my
Yeah.
2 guys.
Not touching Darnold. I want to
No.
see what he can do
No.
out there because
No.
you saw the late season collapse he had,
Yeah.
and it's worrisome. Their offensive line's pretty good out in Seattle, but Minnesota had a good offensive line too, and he had Justin Jefferson, and he
Yep.
just fell apart.
Laying that coach with quarterbacks is insane.
Yeah. But again, you're starting maybe 2 guys, 3 guys out of this
Yeah.
entire matchup.
Yeah.
4, well, probably 2 from each side, and just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not a great matchup fantasy wise, but it honestly should be a fun game to watch if you are able.
Oh
to
yeah, if
watch
you
it.
love football,
Like this
that's
is
a good game to watch.
You're gonna see some hammer hits in this game. I guarantee it. But
Next one will be a
this
fun
this
one
next
too.
this next one is going to be a real fun one. You got Detroit and Green Bay. Aiden Hutchinson is back. We'll see.
Micah Parsons makes his
Micah
debut.
Parsons is making his Packers debut. Like it's
Divisional game.
it's this is, in my opinion, the second best game of the week. And it was real close for being the best one, but that's going to be the Sunday night game. But you're starting
Gibbs.
you're starting the entire Lions offense.
Amon-Ra,
Gibbs,
Laporta.
Laporta,
Laporta. Jameson Williams is,
That-
to me, that's more of a flex.
That's
I would definitely flex
that's like the
J-Mo.
top flex play in my mind this week.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because he's right around like wide receiver, like he's right there between like 20 and like 25. It felt like.
He just, does he not scare you guys?
Oh,
Oh, absolutely.
It's
He's either
terrifying.
like a
Horrifying.
1 or like a 30.
Yeah.
But guess what? You feel like you can risk that in week 1 if you're comfortable with the rest of your team. But I love the Lions offense as a whole in this game.
What about Montgomery with the new offense?
Absolutely.
New OC,
Mm-hmm. Same offense.
so
They
So if you-
promoted from within. So
if
it's
you
the same
have
offense.
Gibbs,
I'm starting both.
really,
Yes.
I have both of them on league.
Like I think it's definitely a viable option to start both.
right.
Montgomery it feels like he scores a touchdown every week.
Yeah, he does.
And he's going to get you 50, 60, 70, if not close to 100 yards each and every week. It's just that offense goes as he goes, and they know that.
Yeah.
So
what about Goff?
I love Goff.
So you
Like-
start him too?
Uh,
So you got a lot of people starting.
yeah. It's just Green Bay's defense isn't great. Their secondary's a mess too. They let go of their best corner, in my
Yep.
opinion.
Yep.
This past offseason, and Goff.
Xavier McKinney looked really good. I know that's a safety.
Yeah, but secondary guy.
but
Yeah.
he looked really good last year.
Oh, for sure. I think if you look back the last 3 seasons, now I get it. Ben Johnson's gone, but they promoted from within, same offense. It's going to be the same dialect as well. Jared Goff was a top 8 quarterback each of the last 3 seasons. Like that doesn't happen on accident.
Yep.
And these young kids are growing up, so they're gonna keep getting better. Like Amon-Ra hasn't hit his prime, Laporta hasn't hit his prime, Gibbs, like all these guys are gonna keep getting better and better, which only benefits Goff. So I love Goff in this game. Let's hear it.
What about Green Bay?
Love, I think you depending on who you got, I feel like Love's one of those guys, like he falls like outside the top 12 for a lot of people, but he has
Yep.
the potential to be top 5 this year,
Oh, I
top
agree.
8.
I
Like,
agree.
but there is no receivers I like.
He was top 5 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Would you start
So-
the Green Bay defense?
No.
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 I actually like them this year.
Just
But
not this
no.
game.
Could I see this being a low scoring game? I absolutely can. Is it likely? Probably not.
Okay, so I think you're starting Love.
Josh Jacobs.
If you don't have Josh Jacobs,
Tucker
Tucker
Kraft.
Kraft,
Matthew
And then-
Golden.
Matthew Golden,
Golden-
is so interesting to me. They have to throw the ball to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Watson's out.
Always.
Jaden Reed's just kind of
He's
like,
getting back.
He's
Um,
valuable, but he's more of a gadget guy.
Yeah.
Matthew Golden, I could see you starting him.
So as the season went on last year, Reed kind of slowly dissipated from that offense, and it had happened to a couple of the kids the year before as well. Like these receivers don't last the whole year. So if Golden starts off hot, it might be worth trading him for as much as you can get for him, because it
Yeah.
just seems like these receivers, they just keep kind of rotating
But
these
I
guys
think
through.
it might be a little different though.
Hold on,
They
yes.
actually went and got
Yeah,
him
yeah,
in
I
the
know,
first
I know.
round.
They
I agree.
they-
They don't have the capital. Watson, yeah, but Watson, you could argue Watson was very good in fantasy. It's been injuries.
and dropping the ball.
Yeah, he catches a lot of touchdowns though. He's fast.
but he's on the field
Golden-
for 6 games maybe here
Golden
No,
is
I-
the first skill player in almost 20 years
that they drafted in
took
the first
at-
round. Yeah,
so,
I know.
I mean, I think there's a different draft capital.
Yeah, that's true.
and
but,
same regime.
yeah,
But I
but
think they're gonna look to get him involved.
I just-
Matthew
right
Golden,
away.
I had as my like sleeper
Yeah.
start this week, but
I
ended up changing it for the 7th time. So
I think you have to temper your expectations because it's week 1. It's these guys'
Rookie.
first career game in the
Right.
NFL. Like they could pop off, absolutely, but is it probably going to happen? No. Like it's just the reality of the beast that is the NFL.
we'll see you next week.
And next week,
Next week,
but
when Chubb goes for 110 and 2 touchdowns, and
I mean,
Golden
it's
goes for 150 and 2 touchdowns.
great. I'm not playing you next week, so it's all good. They can go off all they want. But yeah, Lions offense, Green Bay, you kind of picked the for sure guys. Receivers, I'm hesitant on. I personally wouldn't start any just because of you probably have comparable options compared to Golden on your roster.
Just for comparison, I did start Ford over Golden. I liked Golden,
Yeah,
but I'm playing you this week. Your
it's-
team's
it's a
much
sa-
better in Dynasty, so I
it's a
kind of need
safer
a home
pick.
run guy.
Yeah, and it's a safer pick, I think.
Yeah.
They could do the same thing.
Yep.
Potentially. You just one could do it and the other one couldn't, but like they have this
Right.
like the same potential in
I
this game.
agree, Jake.
So the last game for the late afternoon is Houston and LA Rams. Offensively, this could be a fun one. Like I know we've been saying that a bunch, but like it's just this is some good matchups week 1. There's not a whole lot of like matchups you're seeing. You're just like cringing.
There's only like 2 duds.
Yeah. We'll see if CJ Stroud bounces back. Rough year last year. Very rough year.
Yeah.
I mean, as I've said, the sophomore slump hit him in a big way.
I don't love them getting rid of Tunsil.
That's gonna hurt
That
more than they
hurts.
realized.
That hurts.
And they didn't really get a ton for him, it felt.
Well,
or at least
no,
not
and
enough.
especially because last year he was already running for his life.
Yeah. But I know you like Chubb.
Yeah, in this game specifically, I'm starting Collins. I can see how you
Nico's a must start. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you
Um,
could start Stroud. I
I'm
could even
not.
see a Chubb. It certain leagues, I mean, so I had a decision: Debo or Chubb in PPR. I went Debo,
I think that's the right
but
call.
at the end of the day, Woody Marks, he's a rookie, not a well-known rookie. Are you
Yeah.
going to trust the rookie to carry the rock? I like Chubb.
I do too.
I personally
really
think
like
they're
Chubb
going to
this
swing
week.
it.
Yeah,
They
there's so many weapons.
They drafted both the kids out of Iowa
Yep.
State, kind of 2nd and 3rd round, I believe, this year. Nico Collins is one of the best receivers in the league. I'll say it.
Yep.
I like the dude just balls out week in, week out. Like even if he doesn't do much for 3 quarters, watch that 4th quarter. He's probably gonna end up with 80 yards and like 6 catches.
Right.
But like
The Rams seemed to struggle to stop the run last year, though.
they did.
I feel like they could use that
Yeah.
to open up that pass game. That's why I like Nick Chubb. And
I
this
sat in a
week.
Chubb in every league, and I hate it.
Just think if he doesn't do much, you're good with it, and you just move on the next week.
So the other reason I hate it is Chubb to me seems like, you guys can disagree, but a guy that would walk away from the game if he just didn't have it.
I think
Yeah.
he would. I think there's a little bit left. in the tank.
1000%.
I
I
believe
think he's very
seriously.
self-aware.
Yes.
They're
So I
yeah.
think he knows.
I would say this has him as number 2 for Sidham for Chubb.
Yeah, but
oddly
I just
enough.
think he knows there's something left in there, or I think he would have retired.
I think there's a little
Especially
bit,
not coming back to Cleveland.
but I also think there's like a hunger that like he doesn't want to end on the note that he went off of
No,
to
that-
in Cleveland. Like I think that's the thing that's kind of like biting him right now is he wants to prove that there's still something left. Whether or not there actually is, we don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. But he was just so loyal and wanted to stay in Cleveland when we did not want him back. I just think he would have walked away if there was if it was like a Cooper. I think he walks away. I don't
Yeah.
think he's a guy that's just chasing this thing for money or anything. I
But
think Chubb is different.
I think the Texans reaching out too, like the Texans reached out to him because they weren't sure on Mixon, so he was going to have an opportunity there as well.
Yeah.
So I think that if the
That-
Texans didn't reach out, he might have retired because
so that goes back to Woody Marks, though. Do you trust
No.
an unknown rookie to carry the ball in a big situation, or do you give it to Nick Chubb, who?
but in years past we have kind of seen these unknown rookies ball out week 1.
Yeah.
So like Marks could be that guy this year. Do I think it happens? No, but I'm not really starting any running backs in this matchup. For at least for the Texans.
Yep.
The Rams, you have to.
Kyron Williams.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I don't like Kyron Williams. I feel like if he doesn't get touchdowns, dude isn't good. Like he, at least fantasy wise, he's not good. But-
You're starting Puka.
Starting
Yeah.
Puka,
Well,
I'm honestly, I'm starting Adams.
I'm starting him in a certain situation.
I will say this:
but I didn't draft him in any league.
Adams with Stafford, it's going to be better than
still-
what
I don't know.
Adams with Rodgers last year.
No, I agree.
So
I
I feel
agree
like
with
it's a
that.
better situation. And who they got a tight end there now too, right? Didn't somebody sign in the offseason there?
I think it's still Higbee, man.
Yeah, I still think it's Higbee
okay.
too.
All right, so they have no tight end. But like I feel like those 3 skill position players you're gonna start. Like you don't necessarily have to start Adams like as like you could start him in the flex depending on your situation. And if he's in your flex with that situation, props off to your receiving room. But like Stafford, you're probably starting depending on your quarterback situation. I feel like he kind of falls like in that like great like QB2 for you.
And see, I think he's in the Tua Trevor sphere.
So it's just situation matchup and all
Yes.
that. Like
Well, it's gonna take
But I-
Stafford's health too.
Yeah.
Like what's he gonna look like this year?
I mean, he proved he can still sling it last
oh
year.
yeah, no,
but he didn't practice or play
Yeah.
all
He didn't do that a whole lot last year either.
all off season.
I don't know. I think that's
I
a
would
big
start
question mark.
Adams, but I would have heebie-jeebies. There's no way I'm starting Stafford.
No, I don't
Not
start
week
Stafford.
1. I want to see what he does. Stafford won me a championship, by the way. Big fan.
No, I'm a huge fan of Matt Stafford, but
But-
I don't know. It's getting towards that twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, that back, the re-injury I heard is like 60%.
Yeah.
I don't
We know he's tough. That's never been a question.
Yeah. His toughness has never been in question. But I'm comfortable with a potential start this week, depending on who else you got.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we're gonna move on to the game of the week, Sunday Night Football, Baltimore and Buffalo. Like in my opinion, 2 of the top 4 teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
Like you have the 2 best fantasy quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
I feel like Zay Flowers doesn't get enough attention. Like as good as he's been these first 2 years. Like Sean knows all about him. But like
I'm trying to be a little quieter because it's kind of a
Lamar just
Homer.
doesn't ever love the wide receiver ones, man.
I'm sorry.
I don't
Could you
think he's
speak
ever
into
gonna-
my good
gonna
ear for
have
a
one.
second?
What's that?
Sean's like, I'm sorry. Could you speak into my good ear for a second?
So,
no,
so
I will
I
say
just want to
this.
hear all the good
He
stuff.
loves Zay Flowers. Go look at the tape from last year. Like the target share, Zay Flowers trumped everybody on that roster, and it wasn't really even close.
so
And you could argue there was nobody else,
And
but
to be honest with you, I also think, and this is just me, I also think them grabbing D Hop as a big body receiver helps Lamar
yeah,
because
I agree.
he's used to just throwing to these little guys. I mean, besides Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely, like all his receiving core is.
I mean Bateman.
small.
Bateman's not small. He was healthy last year
Smaller.
too, and he kind of really took on the role as the
oh
number
yeah,
2
no,
guy there.
I
like,
love Bateman this year.
like Bateman, I like in like certain like once the bye weeks come, like Bateman could be a sneaky flex play. Like I know
And matchups too.
I know I
mean,
started him a couple times last year in our league. He got me double digits both weeks.
Yeah, I tried to start him against the Browns the week, and he let that one bounce off his face mask. So I was super happy. Wanted to cut him then, but
On Baltimore this week though, I'm starting Lamar, Derrick Henry, and I'm starting Mark Andrews only this week. I'm not a big Andrews fan, but this week
he has something
No,
to prove
likely-
against Buffalo.
no, Those are the three.
Yeah, Andrews could be in for a massive week after that drop last year.
Yeah, I
once
think
again,
he wants to come into Buffalo and correct what
Yep.
he did.
And Flowers, depending on your situation, I can see how you could justify starting him, but those are the three I feel comfortable this week starting.
Like
but
I think I had Flowers at like my 20th overall receiver, so like that's a flex play for sure. Like if not a wide receiver 2 potentially for you, depending on what your room looks like. But for the Bills, like I think you have to look at obviously you're starting Allen, you're starting Cook. Those are the two absolute no brainers.
It's so tough with their receiving and tight end situation though. To decide who to start.
So you start Kincaid.
Nah, see, I'm not sold on Kincaid. He has like actually been like.
I think I'm starting him. I don't think I have an option.
He like his.
So
his
if you don't have an option, start
his
him.
play and numbers have been this steadily sliding since his rookie year, which I think this is only year 3 anyways. But like, he was not the same guy last year, and he was healthy, like for the most part last year. But Baltimore's pass D last year. Atrocious. This Jameis feasted on him. That's why I kind of like Shakir in the flex spot.
We added a lot to the defense though in the secondary.
That's fine, but they haven't played a real game together. Like it could work out great, but like Shakir is obviously the number
Starks
one.
hasn't even played an NFL down. But
I'm
like
good.
I love Starks.
Alexander.
Oh, Hamilton's great too. Like Hamilton's the best safety in the league. But that doesn't matter here.
I'm good with Allen and Cook.
Yeah,
Kincaid, if you were like me and didn't draft tight end until round 17 in every league. So.
I mean, and Shakir is kind of just depending on what you got. Like he's going to get targets.
He may not be a bad flex option.
He is the number one, and that matters for arguably QB1.
I hate Keon Coleman.
Me too.
I'm hoping he has a bounce back year.
I just feel like he is vastly overrated for a guy that couldn't really do it at Florida State. Hasn't really shown consistency in the least bit in Buffalo. Like I don't understand the fascination. I feel like there's guys that they're not built the same, but
big
like
guy.
It's the athleticism. That's what it is. Old basketball player can go up and get the ball.
But I just feel like the hype
also drops passes.
Yeah, which is super weird.
The hype he gets, it's not justified by his play.
No, I agree. I mean, I hope just because I actually did like him, I hope he has a decent year, but
yeah, I don't
really
hope,
up in the air.
Like I don't hope anybody has like a bad week or like any kind of injury, but like come on, like the dude hasn't done like does he even have 600 yards in a season? Like I just don't buy the hype that's going into him, and it's the Josh Allen effect arguably, but nah, I'm good for now. It could change. He could end up balling out this first half of the year, and it's like okay, that's the guy that he was supposed to be,
right?
But
yeah, I think I'm more comfortable with just doing Josh Allen and James Cook.
Those are the for sure guys.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on to the final game of the week, the first Monday night game of the season, and I think it's a good one. Like you have it's Minnesota Chicago. You have JJ McCarthy making his NFL debut, and you have the head coaching debut by Ben Johnson for Chicago. And a whole new offense.
Whole new
and the thing is, I think it's molded greatly for Caleb Williams' success. Like this is the kind of
100%.
offense he needed that he didn't have last year.
Going on record, I'm starting not a single Bear. Period. Including DJ Moore.
I mean, I'm starting DJ Moore.
Nope. 0.
Honestly,
I want
might
no
even
part
start
of
Swift.
the Bears.
And I the reason I'm starting DJ Moore, Vikings gave up the 5th most points to receivers last year. They haven't really fixed that secondary.
I want to see Caleb Williams throw the football.
Okay. I understand that. I understand that.
He has looked so bad, including in preseason. I'm not starting a single Bear against that defense. I don't care what.
I love that defense.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I might give Swift a look just because how Ben Johnson likes to use running backs him.
And there's nobody there to like threaten.
Harrison Smith and somebody else is out for Minnesota.
Ooh.
So that helps.
So that kind of helps DJ a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of it. But like you could even argue Odunze could be a sneaky start this week.
I tried him last year and it just did not.
So it was last year was never about like it was always year 2 after Keenan Allen was gone because that was the Keenan Allen replacement. So Odunze had a year kind of to learn. But like I like DJ Moore. Swift is kind of depending on your situation. But as far as the Vikings go, I mean Jefferson, that's Hawkinson, like that's it.
That's it.
Maybe Jones.
Yeah.
Just because
I stay
he-
away.
he was
I stay
bang-
away
he-
from Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he was a little bit banged up. Mason couldn't eat into that. I mean, if you have to, I like Jones. Mason, I'm waiting a week, but
Jones is one of those.
it's-
I love Jones early season just because he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna produce. Mason is gonna slowly get worked in.
Yeah.
But like at the very worst, Jones, it's gonna be 50-50, and
Yeah.
Jones gets touchdown. Like it's the weirdest thing. So Jones is kind of like
I think
Kamara
the Vikings
light,
offense is
if
just
not
scary
like
in
on the
general.
same like level with Kamara. They get touchdowns. Like it doesn't make sense how it works, but they just get touchdowns.
catches a good ball.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think Minnesota's offense is going to be a scary one to even. I mean, obviously you start Jefferson.
It comes
But-
down to JJ.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, but like you have arguably the
They got
best
Wentz.
quarterback guy in the league
Oh,
running the
100%.
show in Minnesota.
I love him for
KOC
quarterbacks.
Well,
is just it
yeah.
works.
Wentz going to be slaying it by week 8.
Wow. Okay.
That's a hot take.
Bold move again.
That is a hot take. All right, so that's the end of
Yeah, I think
the games.
so.
We're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
move on to our lineup locks of the week. So with this, we're gonna be keeping track. We're gonna be keeping scores just as the season goes on. Nate, don't forget to get yours filled in. But like these are guys we are pounding the table for, like, but it's not like the obvious guys. So we're not throwing Barkley in here. We're not throwing Kamara, Gibbs. Like we're throwing in guys that you not so much afterthoughts, but it's could be the sneaky starts. And I'm gonna let Shawn start with his lineup.
Yep, that's fine. So I went with Drake May to start just because, I mean, you're going up against the Raiders defense, and I know Pete Carroll is generally a good defensive coach, but I don't know. I think Drake May is going to come into his own this year. He started to show it last year, and he actually has some weapons in the backfield, and he's got Stephon Diggs now, which me and Brandon also agree that we think he still has something in the tank. I know John hates him.
I don't hate him. I just don't think there's much left.
No, I know. And then I went Nick Chubb. I think I don't think they're going to want to work with Woody Marks right away. And I just think that he's going to open up that pass offense. I think they're going to try to work that in.
What I like about Chubb is he had an injury last year that lined up with the proper healing time.
Yeah.
He wasn't rushing back like
Yep.
that knee injury because these dirty.
Well, I mean,
Steelers
you still
players take his
see him
knee
in
out.
the
Hey,
you
he's
still see him in the
Miami
gym.
now.
I don't
squatting.
care. So I love the Chubb pick. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And then Egbuka, because of the injuries to the receiving core in Tampa. I mean, you don't have Godwin, you don't have McMillan, and K. Otton's up in the air. I think they're going to work him in all the under routes. I mean, all the attention should be on Mike Evans, so it should help. And then Evan Ingram is our tight end. I just think it fits the mold of that offense, and it gives Bo Nix another weapon. Yeah. So those are my locks of the week.
All right, Brandon.
Yeah, so I got Kyler. Kind of same thing as Chubb. Coming off a full offseason, not hurt. So love Kyler. They play the Saints. Saints stink.
Not much to say about that.
Yeah, second year coach. I'm gonna actually jump down to receiver real quick. Marvin Harrison with him.
Yep.
Marv had an underwhelming year last year. I think why would you not use the Saints as a reason to get right? Just get that connection going.
Yeah, and they have nobody in their secondary either.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. I'll
bad.
jump up then to Henderson. I told you guys on my pre-draft rankings, I think he is a force, and I think you're going to see it
Week
immediately.
1.
I think he is one of those rookies that you're going to feel it immediately. New coaching staff, new regime, drafted him. I think he's going to catch a ton of balls. He runs hard. The only reservation I had about Henderson on my pre-draft was health. Week 1, I think he's healthy. So playing Vegas, strong pass rush.
Yeah.
I think he's going to catch a ton of balls.
they are big up front though.
Yeah.
They are, but I get it.
Henderson's real good at the football. He's real fast.
I know. Just got to stay healthy.
So I'm going Henderson. I think he's going to wreck them. And I went with Tyler Warren. The Dolphins D stinks. and
That's fair.
that is all I needed to see. So
Trust me, I get that.
He's the highlight of their offense, or is supposed to be the highlight of their
they
offense.
did bring in
coming
Brooks though. I love that move. Jordan Brooks is a dog.
Yeah.
Not really sure why Seattle let him walk.
He
but
led the league in tackles last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the last 3 years.
Yeah. So like
He's
he
unbelievable.
produced.
But maybe it's a coverage thing. You know, Danny Dimes, dude that's going to be cut next year, and Richardson.
Yeah, they're starting all
Either
over.
one's going to find the tight end because I think plays are going to break down. They can
Yeah.
both move. That's where tight ends come in. That's where
That's the safety blanket.
Yep.
All right. So for quarterback, I got Trevor Lawrence. We've talked about him all
Yep.
throughout the show. Like I feel like it's a good comeback year for him. And it's a great like opening week start for him.
Hopefully
like they're
after week
playing arguably one of the worst defenses in the league. He's got a big man in Brian Thomas Jr. It's just kind of off. Like if he doesn't do it this year, I feel like he's done.
Yep.
Like I've
Carson Wentz.
he'll catch on, but he's gonna end up moving. I mean, the Jaguars probably wouldn't do it yet because they owe him a lot of money, but he's gonna end up moving that career backup. Like, gonna make some money as a backup. Like even with any kind of like wherever he ends up, but like this is the year for him.
I mean, he had so much hype too, and that's what's kind of hurting him.
Yeah, he had Peyton Manning-esque kind of
Yes,
hype coming
yes.
in.
Luck.
Yeah,
Andrew Luck hype.
Yep.
Like it. That hype is so hard to hit.
it's just never transpired.
Like Caleb Williams is in that same boat as well. Like the hype
Yep.
is so big, it is so hard to hit. But if you do hit it, you're winning Super Bowls, is what that means. And we saw that with essentially one super hyped guy, and that was Peyton Manning. And he wasn't even the consensus #1 pick that year because of Ryan Leaf. But at running back, I have a guy who's been in the league seemingly forever, but he is as consistent as it gets. It's James Conner. Dude it feels like he gets touchdowns week in, week out. And like you said, they're playing the Raiders, I think. Yeah. He's going to get his, and he's going to be a threat in the passing game as well.
No, Arizona's playing the Saints.
Oh, the same. Oh, even better. Even better. New England's playing. But like, so he's going to get his. They have no, like that, like their whole defense is just garbage. So he should feast all game, especially if they get up big. Like he's going to get a ton of touches, and touches mean points for James Conner. He makes the most of it every single time out there. Receiver, I got Zay Flowers. I wasn't big on him when he first came in the league, but like that's Lamar's dude. Like in that offense, it's not Andrews, it's not Likely, who's not even playing today, but it's Flowers. Flowers he is the for sure #1 there. Like nobody is gonna take that away from him at any point this year unless injury happens. But like that's who I like. And against Buffalo, which could be a high scoring game, he could have a couple touchdowns. Like it was kind of the no brainer. Like he was like way outside, like where like the top like 20 receivers. Like cool. Will gladly take that receiver as my option for this week. And then I got Kyle Pitts because as much as I can't stand him because he is always disappointed, it seems like this is the absolute do or die year for him.
God.
All right, Nate, who do you got?
All right. So for quarterback, I went with Brock Purdy. I just feel like an interdivisional matchup with Seattle. They always get up for those. He plays pretty well against Seattle typically. For running back, I went with Montgomery. I like that matchup against Green Bay. I think they lost a lot with Kenny Clark, and Micah Parsons not really the run defense guy. I think they're going to give up some yards in the run game, but they'll shore up the pass game a little bit with that move. But I like Montgomery today against Green Bay. I like Jacoby Myers in a game against his former team against New England. Maybe go off a little bit against them. And then I also like Hawkinson.
Yep.
I think that's a good matchup as well. So
And
there's
I mean,
my locks.
With this being a year past the ACL tear too, like it's like he could be in for a huge year this year.
Yeah, and that Chicago defense usually gives up quite a bit of points to tight ends. So
yeah.
Those are mine.
Safety blanket for JJ.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
He's going to
like,
be more of a safety blanket kind of guy. They're going to be looking for him.
If he can't get the deep ball to JJ, where else are you going to look to, really?
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
We talked about it with Chubb. We talked about it with rookie quarterbacks. That actually makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
You know, proper time to heal.
Yeah.
Safety blanket.
So it's always year 2 after the ACL tear. So last year was year 1, technically, even though he missed like the first like half of the season. But it's
Right.
that. So essentially, it's when you have a full off season and all that. Like that is usually like the explosion year. Like Hawkinson, you could argue could be top 4 at
Yeah.
at the tight end
Yeah.
position this year, if not even like higher. But you got the 3 guys ahead of him, which are Bowers, McBride, and Kittle. Like those are like the feels like the absolute locks, but you never know what can happen. But like Hawkinson, I love him for this year.
And you just have to worry about the quarterback situation.
Yep.
Because he'll produce
Well,
if
see,
he gets
I
the
feel
chance.
like the
McCarthy,
quarterback situation doesn't matter. Like the tight end is going to get his if he's good. Like
Yeah.
that's just
And
how
I
it works in
mean,
the NFL.
JJ does love tight ends.
Like
Not,
I
not
mean-
only that, he loves scrambling around,
Mhm.
extending plays.
Yeah.
and this guy is a lot like Colson Loveland.
Yep.
Like he plays the exact same way, so it's going to be a familiar type of player
Yep.
for him. But something I wanted to add this year is just bold predictions. Like it is kind of off the wall. This will be the only week we like kind of throw these out there, but like keep us honest on these. If like these like are looking good like a few weeks in, let us know. If they are falling apart, rip us a new one because it'll be just entertaining.
Oh, I can't wait.
But Brandon, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
So Byshaw Tootin will be the starter for Jacksonville in the backfield by the end of the year. I think he has size and speed. John kind of said maybe some fumble concerns, but I think ATN gets traded. Tank Bigsby. I mean, he's just a backup running back.
He's not good.
Yeah, so I think Tootin ends up being the starter by the year's end. Henderson, top 10 running back. Health is my only concern.
Yeah.
That dude is explosive, gonna catch a ton of balls. I think he's top 10. And Bijan, not in the top 5.
That's a hot take.
I'm dying on it.
That is a hot take.
Dying on it?
You might die hard on that one. Or sorry, unalive. You gotta watch.
Yeah.
You might unalive yourself with that one.
So all running back related.
Yeah.
Those are my 3.
I don't
Thanks.
disagree. Like Tootin definitely could be, and it could be shortly past the halfway point. But I feel like if Etienne doesn't get moved, like he's the guy. Like
Yeah.
I feel like as long as he's producing, like the coaching staff will just run with him. But if he gets moved, like say week 5, 6, if Jaguars are struggling and they just want to just start unloading guys just to get some kind of
Right.
capital, like Tootin could definitely be the guy.
I know, but if you got 3, Bigsby's at least backup.
You better
If
stop
Tootin
that,
ends up
Nate.
doing that, don't you just move ATN anyway?
Potentially.
It
just
to
it just
pick
depends.
up either capital or maybe something that can help your team or
It just, I feel like it honestly depends what they see in games, in practices,
Yeah.
and all that. So, like, if they're comfortable, I mean, you could see like a Nick Chubb situation, like Cleveland from forever ago, with when they had Carlos Hyde. Like, they moved Carlos
Right.
Hyde, and suddenly it was Nick Chubb's job.
right.
But let's hear yours, Sean.
So my bold predictions will be Tet McMillan will be a top 10 fantasy wide receiver. Number 1 receiver at Carolina. Bryce Young started to look like the Bryce Young that we thought he could be. I think that's going to be a good match made in heaven for Bryce Young. And then Colston Loveland, top 5 fantasy tight end.
Ooh,
Those are both bold.
yeah,
pretty
I-
bold.
Hey, we said bold predictions.
I
guys.
absolutely, I love it. There's gusto behind that.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
mean,
it.
just a
Hate.
Ben Johnson offense made Sam Laporta. I mean,
Yeah.
got him the ball.
Sam Laporta was number 1 a couple years ago.
Yeah, and
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, Laporta was number 1.
and I think he loves to work with tight ends, especially in his formations. I think Caleb Williams will have a good check down receiver, and Colston Loveland just moves very well for a tight end. So, yeah, those are my 2 bold predictions.
I
Look
can't,
at-
I can't
hey,
say I
hey,
agree
look-
with them, but like I like the
Hey,
gusto.
look at Maury.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
All
look,
right.
we're up. Hey, don't spot. I mean,
That's his top 12. So wide receiver, when he says wide receiver 1 like that, it's just a top 12 receiver.
Love
which
it.
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't think he's not the number 1 receiver in Tampa. I don't think he will be at any point this year.
I mean, but he was
unless
agreeing with us on keeping
Evans gets
Golden.
hurt.
he was never the number 1 wide receiver at Ohio State, but he's the all-time leading receiver at Ohio
Yep.
State.
I know.
Yep.
Well, when you're there for 6 years or however long he was there for.
I don't think
year
he did the
starter.
COVID
You shut your
stuff.
mouth.
No, he was there for 4 years.
Yeah. He did it the right way, okay?
But he was always surpassed. But like,
It's
props
kind
off
of it's
him.
kind of my fantasy outlook. Like when you have other weapons, I only think it makes you more valuable.
it does.
Yeah.
Like Ridley and Julio Jones. We talked about this
Yeah.
before.
Oh, yeah.
Ridley
That
was so good with Julio.
Yep.
But anyway, go ahead.
So my locks or my bold predictions, I got Bijan and JT as 1 and 2 for the year.
So
Ew.
bold. The number one
Ew.
pick as the top running back.
I would say
I-
a lot of people
I-
had Bijan ahead of him. Like,
I
Like-
will bet whatever you want. JT is not 1 or 2.
Ooh,
but I think JT
we're gonna do some friendly waivers.
He said
JT
bold.
was number
Wagers?
1 3 years ago. Like, and that was with we were talking about this. That was with Matt Ryan. Like, Danny Times is at this point in his career is about the same as Matt Ryan was then. Like, he
John, 3 years in running backs is like 25 years.
Oh, I get it, but he hasn't played full season, so hasn't taken the full brunt. But if he stays healthy, like, you're looking at like potentially 22 to 2,400 all-purpose yards, 15 touchdowns out of him.
Yeah.
That's going to be right there, at least for top 3.
All right.
And I see Barkley outside the top 8
Also disgusting.
because
You watch your mouth.
so
I have him in too many leagues.
so there is one running back that has led the league in touches that didn't miss time over the past 12 to 15 years. That was Derrick Henry, and he just led the league in touches 2 years in a row and then got hurt the following year. Like, that is a just touch of death when you lead the league in touches. McCaffrey's done it twice, I think.
I don't know, he's kind of Saquon's a freak though.
Oh, Saquon's a freak, don't get me wrong, but like, injuries happen.
He's been pretty
It's-
healthy since
It
New
is
York, though.
Yeah.
like even the last year in New York.
I mean,
he
also he has
it
that.
seemed like he had this 2 years where he like pushed to get back because they needed him so
Yeah.
bad. I don't know. He just might be a specimen.
And
he
it's
doesn't take a lot of big hits either.
it's
he took
not.
he took a couple.
He took a couple
he
in
took a couple
Dallas, yes.
Thursday. I was like,
yes,
oh,
I was
no.
shocked, but
I feel like he ends up missing time because
Could be.
they're going to lean so heavy on the run this year. Or if he misses 3 or 4 weeks, that's the pushback. Like, I love Barkley the player. Like, dude is insane.
hey, Shipley looked pretty good though too.
But like,
coming in a
I
couple
just feel
times.
like
He's a little mini monster, isn't he?
yeah,
with the way he led the league in touches last year, and it wasn't really that. I mean, I think Henry got close like with the last week of the season and Barkley
Right.
sitting, but like, it's just a kiss of death as far as running backs go.
Nate, I hate you. By the way,
Why?
yeah. What is wrong with you?
You know exactly why I hate you.
That-
I'm
it's
just
amazing.
telling you, it's gonna happen.
Go ahead.
All right,
Go
Nate, let's
ahead.
hear it.
All right, here's my bold predictions. I like Jake Maury. He says Emeka Ibuka ends as a wide receiver 1. I have him as a top 10 wide receiver by the end of the year. I really do think starting the year out with Godwin injured, Mike Evans is going to be double teamed. He's going to eat. Ibuka's going to eat these first 3-4 weeks.
No, I love
The way
you for that.
Mayfield's been talking about him, the way that coaching staff's been raving about this guy,
Yep.
he really is going to eat these first 4 weeks. And then teams might kind of settle it. Once Godwin comes back, you might see a little bit of a settling in, but I still think he's going to end the year as a wide receiver 1.
No, it's the next 2. I had no problem with that one.
But then we have Derrick Henry. I think this is the year he starts to decline.
Yeah,
you
you
talk
better
about a
shut your
running
mouth.
back who's 250 pounds.
He's gonna be 31
He's
or 32. This year.
31 going on 32.
Okay.
But
many-
hey, I think everybody's been saying that for 2 years now.
Right.
And it's like LeBron. Like, you don't know when it's going to happen, but you think eventually it's got to happen, right? Like, this dude's been taking hits for 10 years in the NFL, and he still is running like a madman.
So I'll
Like,
say this:
I feel like he
I feel like
gives the hits and doesn't take them.
with
That's a
Henry,
big boy.
when that cliff comes, it's a straight drop.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I think it's going to
I'd
happen
agree.
this year.
Unfortunately,
I think, honestly, Keaton Mitchell is going to have a huge
Oh,
year.
Keaton
Yeah.
Mitchell is a stud.
He is going to blow up.
He's
This
gotta
is the
stay
second
healthy.
year back from the ACL.
Yep.
He's going to have a huge year this year.
He's
Nate,
gonna-
as a
his
Browns
breakaway
fan-
speed is insane.
As a Browns fan, I love your take. As
Okay.
my first round pick in your league, you know, it's fine. All right, go ahead. Let's get to why I really hate you.
All right, so the
Continue.
last one is this one's my bold take. This is bold.
fingers are crossed.
Deshaun Watson comes back in December, and he looks decent enough to make it interesting in Cleveland next year.
I
They have
hate
2
you.
first-round picks in the draft next year. I really think when he
Hate.
comes back, he's going to force their hand because they're going to be on the hook for $72 million next year.
I hate you.
And if they cut him, they eat that money. If they play him, then maybe they kick that can down the road another year and maybe get a quarter. I don't think there's going to be the quarterback class everybody thinks next year. I think you're looking at 2026 as 2027 as the real quarterback draft class that's going to have a lot of studs in it.
Yeah.
Next year
I think the Browns
bite,
see that as well.
Next year we bite the curb, Nate. Knock it off.
I really think these next 2
we
years,
let somebody stomp on us, and we just move on from this bullshit.
Brandon,
Like,
the next
knock
2
it off.
years are going to be rough for Browns fans. I'm just telling you that right now.
The next few?
The next 2 years at least.
I thought it has been.
Not this year though.
There's like 2 or 3
It was a
guys.
fun ride in
Footsteps
2020.
taking us to promised land.
There's like 2 or 3 guys I really like in next year's class that are upgrades over, I feel like, everybody on the Browns roster.
Well, anybody's an upgrade over anybody on the
Correct.
Browns roster right now.
but
But I also
bold
think Shedeur
prediction
Sanders
just
gets a start
contradicts
somewhere in the
that you-
season. So
It's fine.
But
I'm
that's
gonna
why
keep
it's
my cool,
bold.
Nate. It's fine.
That's why it's bold, and I'm gonna keep that down at the bottom of this document so we can kind of keep checking in every week. and
Constant reminder.
It's just,
There
yep,
you go.
like, you are dead wrong, or
I'm gonna shiv him like I'm in prison.
all right,
But,
that's it.
think
That's all I got.
it. We all good?
yeah, I
Well,
think
good.
that covers
It
everything.
has been a fun week 1. I know it ran kind of later than what we were anticipating, but we had a lot to kind of throw in there. But until next week, thank
Go
you.
Browns.